Salut les ultra-rockers, on est en direct du Glazart pour le concert de Spiders. Monsieur John ici présent, qui seront en concert donc ce soir. Nice to see you, John.
Nice to see you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah.
First of all, welcome in France.
Thank
I
you.
wanted to tell you. We are really happy to meet that kind of band and that kind of organization in France.
Mm-hmm.
You already came to France in May, I think.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
May.
We toured with Blood Ceremony.
Exactly. How did you felt the French audience this first time?
I think it went very, very well. Yeah, it's the first time we played here.
Mhm.
So we got here quite late to Paris, and then we played, and then we left the city, so we didn't have time to see anything. But there's a lot of people, and it went well. There's a lot of people that bought T-shirts and stuff.
Yes. Do you see some difference between the French audience and the Swedish one?
That's hard to say.
I guess.
Yeah, I just noticed the audience from last time was there's a big more mixture of people.
Mhm.
There was a lot of older people and younger ones as well. Audience that we have in Sweden are usually like between 20 and 35 maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the mixture. But,
How Spiders was born actually?
well, we started in 2010.
Okay.
Me and Axel, the drummer from Graveyard,
Mhm.
started the band. We just wanted to jam and maybe record a 7-inch. So we got Anne-Sophie and our bass player to join in, and then all of a sudden we were a band and released our first record. So it's just gone from there really. It's not nothing planned really.
Yeah, it's interesting for me to see that in general the bigger and bigger bands are made of random sometimes.
Yeah.
Just destiny, there's just the right met at the good time, at the right time.
Yeah, but I think that's what usually happens, because I think if you put a band together and go, oh, we're going to do this and that, I don't think it's convincing enough. I think you have to have it in your heart to know what and just let it happen.
2 years after your first album Flashpoint, Check Electric has been just released in France last 10th of November, I
Yeah.
think. How this album was written and composed?
Well, we wrote it over quite a long period. Some of the songs took like maybe half a year to write.
Mhm.
We just couldn't get them right. And other songs, like the title track, Shake Electric, we did in like one rehearsal. So it's so we had everything ready and recorded on demos. And so we went into the studio and recorded them in like 2 weeks in a vintage like analog studio
Okay.
on tape. So yeah.
When we listen to Check Electric, especially, we immediately feel an intensity, a rocking, huge energy, and in the other end, a kind of rigor, a real technical approach of your music. Is that the mix of the Swedish approach, the Swedish dimension?
I don't know. Maybe we recorded everything live, even
Mhm.
the vocals. So I think that kept the energy in the songs and helped keep it quite live. And I think that's a whole part of the atmosphere really, and trying to keep it simple and have a lot of energy and a live approach to it.
You're on tour in Europe for several months, and I'm sure a lot of dates will appear for 2015. How is Spiders' musician daily life on tour?
How do you mean?
The daily life in musician, the relationship between each other in Spiders.
Yeah, it's very well. Me and Anne-Sophie are married, and Rickard, who plays drums, and Ola on bass. We're very close friends.
Mhm.
So when we have time off, we try and go and see as much as possible of cities and towns. But now we've been on tour with our friends in Vidunder and Horisont, 2 great Swedish bands, and yeah, it's been a lot of late nights in the nightliner and just hanging out really. So we haven't got to see that much.
And actually, are you focused at 100% in Spiders, or are you mixing your life with professional part, or is it 100% focused on?
Yeah, on Spiders at the moment,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, it's like me and Anne-Sophie's life. Yeah.
And is it not so much difficult when music starts to be, professional and with a business dimension, I guess it's always different.
Yeah. I don't know, this is what we want to do, and just try and do it as much as possible. And if one can make some money off it, or just make so we can pay one's rent when one gets home. That's what. It's been our life for quite a long time now, and it's so fun. As soon as we get home, we just want to go back and tour again and write a new album.
Our last traditional question for Ultrarock: if you have one memory to share with us of 2014, I mean on stage or outside of stage, what would it be?
It's difficult.
I guess it's always difficult.
Yeah. I don't know, we played a festival in Sweden with Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
And we're the first band out, and it was just pouring down with rain, and the rain was like blowing in. We were playing, and the rain was just blowing in straight in horizontally on us, and we were just soaked, and our guitars and everything was wet, and it was just a miserable experience. But there was like a few hundred people watching it anyway. But it just felt like we were just standing in the shower, sort of playing songs. That's what.
Spiders is definitely mixed with 70s rock culture.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in the music and in the aestheticism, do you think rock is indefinite loop? Is like the modes, or do you think there is is it already possible to? It's still possible to add something in the rock music, or is it?
No, I think one can add stuff to it. The music that we play, like I call it like classic rock, maybe, and it's a style, and I don't think I can play anything else apart from that sort of music. And what was I gonna say? But there's like blues, you have soul, you have rock, and there's 100 different types of rock music. But we just sort of play the music that we like and can do.
You play your passion.
Yes.
You share it.
Yeah, exactly.
John, thanks a lot. It was a real
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thanks.
Spiders au Glazart ce soir, et c'est avec Ultrarock. Bonne soirée.